All right, in this tutorial, I'm now going to show you why setting up reminders can be really helpful for keeping track of things and keeping organized. And this video is also going to show you how Google Keep integrates with another Google app that you have, and that is Google Calendar. So in the previous tutorial, we set up a reminder for this digital literacy assignment. This is our note, and here's our reminder. Now, in another tab, I have opened my Google Calendar. So I'm going to switch over to that. Now, if you're wondering how do I get to my calendar, don't forget, because you're in a Google app, you have that waffle, and you can click that and go right to your calendar from here. But I already opened mine up, and that's over in this tab. Now you've seen my calendar before. I did unclick all my calendars, so I kind of had a blank slate here because I wanted to demonstrate something to you. Over here, now you don't have nearly as many calendars as I do. You probably have a personal one and maybe a couple other ones. But I'm going to go all the way down, scroll down to right here where it says tasks. So I'm going to click on that, and you can see that the color comes on. And then if you look over here to the right, you'll see that this little side menu pops up. This is a place where you can also put notes to yourself. So let's say I was going to stop at the grocery store. Now, this is not Google Keep that I'm working in right now. It's just another feature in Google Calendar that you may or may not choose to use. And you can check them off when you do them if you want to. But just by clicking enter, you can add your tasks over here. This is a place where I make lists sometimes if I want to remember things I need to do. If it's super important, it'll usually end up on my calendar. So that's tasks. Now what I wanted to show you is if you come back over here and hover over it, and you get this little toggle. I'm going to click the toggle, and you're going to get this option to switch to reminders. Now watch my calendar and watch what happens. When I click that, my little list of tasks disappears, but you'll see that this shows up. Now you might recognize this little icon right here. That's, if you remember from Google Keep, that's this little icon here. The two apps are syncing together. So whatever reminders I set up in my Google Keep will now show up on my calendar. So if keeping track of assignments or things that you have to do is easier for you using Google Keep, but you want to use it in tandem with Google Calendar, that's a good way to do it. So here's the other thing that I like about this. So I see that at 5:30, I'm just going to go ahead and click that open. I had made a reminder to myself to work on Google Keep number 2 assignment. Remember that? We wrote that note over here. Okay, now, so let's say 5:30 comes and I get done with it. I'm all finished. Well, guess this is kind of nice. I like this. You can mark it as done. So if I click this, it'll jump up to the top of my calendar, but notice it's got this strike through line right here, so I know that I have finished that task. So if you are using Google Calendar and you want to use it with Google Keep, that's kind of a cool way to do it. When you delete this note from your Google Keep, it will disappear over here. So maybe I won't delete it just yet. I might wait until tomorrow, but when I delete this, it should disappear from here. And if you ever want to switch back, you like that task list, to do that, just come back over to the toggle and switch to tasks. And then that little checklist that you make over here shows up again. So just another neat way that Google integrates its apps together. Google Keep works nicely with Google Calendar. It also works with some other apps, which I will hopefully show you in Google Keep Part 3 that we'll do in a week or so. But keep it in mind when you're trying to keep your school and personal life organized.